Cuphead originally released as an exclusive for Xbox and Windows Store to much fanfare. There was something special about this game. It was beautiful, it was unique, yet so familiar. Cuphead did something that captured many people's attention. It brought back 1930s cartoons, and boy did they do a good job at it. Everything about this game is so well crafted to fit its intended vision of the old cartoon that most of us were not alive to see premiere but all know about. This game is by no means for the faint of heart, so we can't recommend it to everyone, but if you love a good challenge, stick around and enjoy the show.
At the start of the game, the tutorial shows you a few simple mechanics which make it easy for you to jump in. It is quickly shown that you can introduce a second player, so that's how we have been playing it so far. We have found that having each other around is extremely beneficial to getting through the game. If one player loses all their hit points, they turn into a ghost that then the other player can parry to revive. Parrying is very easy to do and allows you to block attacks also, if timed well, but can be hard to get just right when there is a lot going on. The game controls flawlessly, and there are always new enemy types and patterns being thrown your way as you progress. This game is challenging. Seriously, we are not kidding when we say that. This is a good kind of challenging, however. You will keep coming back to this game. You will die often in this game from bumping into enemies and getting hit, but you'll also die of laughter if you play in co-op. Rarely does a game have us laughing as much as Cuphead.
Cuphead not only looks like a 1930s cartoon, but it also sounds like one. The music throughout the game is the kind of music that makes you want to get up and move. So as you move your way through the levels, you'll be rewarded with not just visual, but auditory treats. Right from the main screen, the opening theme is catchy and tells the story of what is happening to the characters and why.
From the 10 or so hours that we have put into the game, we have found that there are two level types. Run and gun levels are more platformer based and have you trying to get to the end of the level by killing the enemies. Sounds easy, right? Well, the number of enemies and their attacks can often overwhelm you. The second type has you go up against bosses that have multiple forms and attacks, each with their own patterns. The bosses in the game are complex and challenging as well as creative. They have many different attacks, defenses, and minions. Even though the bosses and enemies are difficult, we find ourselves constantly laughing and wanting to try again. This game should be played with another player, not only so that you have a better chance of getting through the story, but so that you can get the most out of the experience.
Cuphead is often compared to games like Dark Souls and Bloodborne for its intense difficulty. Now, this shouldn't dissuade you from getting it all together. Because of its difficulty, we recommend this game to anyone who is willing to take up the challenge. Cuphead's graphics, sound, and gameplay really make it shine bright. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and travel back in time to the 1930s in a better way than you could have ever imagined.